nothing can break me.
Hi guys, I'm Emma. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're brand new then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you'd like to stick around and join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button. It's just down there. If you do hit the subscribe button, then please make sure to turn the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified every single time that we post. So today is obviously just me. We've been trying to include a few more of our likes into our channel. So obviously if you have watched before, we like to do like travel and vloggy kind of stuff and some lifestyle, but you may have noticed that I have done a couple of book-based videos this year, and so today's video is another book-based video, hence why it's just me here. So this is going to be the mid-year book Freakout tag. I assume it's for people that are nowhere near hitting their reading goal for the year, but I actually set my reading goal really low this year. So I set it at 25 books and I'm already 17 in, so it's going to be easy for me to smash that, but I still liked some of, or most of these prompts, so I'll leave the prompts down in the description box if you want to take part. I know we are a little bit after half of the year, but it's still nearly there. There are 13 prompts, so shall we just get into it, I guess? Also, this is a strange angle. It's because, and you'll see me looking that way, it's because I've got my Goodreads up here and also the prompts, so we're actually at the computer desk but my tripod is too big. Anyway, so the first prompt is the best book that I've read so far this year, so I'm just going to quickly check because I obviously give it out of 5 stars on Goodreads. Now there's one that I think was my favourite, but I'm just going to double check real quick. Okay, so there's 2 that I've rated 4 out of 5 stars and one that I reread that I've rated 5 out of 5 stars. So I guess it's going to have to be the reread, and that is Shatter Me by Tahir Mafi. Butchered that, but yeah, I read this one years and years and years ago. I reread it obviously this year. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it also has a really big group of people that do really like it, and I fall into that category. I like the writing, it's an easy read, and there are some more. So I'm rereading Shatter Me, the Shatter Me series, because I think I got to the 3rd book and then I don't know if there were any more books when I read the series, and now it's been too long for me to just pick up the 4th one, so I'm having to reread the entire thing basically. But yeah, that was my only 5 star, I think. There are a couple more that I thought I gave a 5 star to, but maybe I didn't. Okay, question 2. Best sequel you have read so far this year. I haven't actually finished any sequels so far this year. I'm not a very fast reader. I know a lot of people read a lot faster than me, but I read when I can and what I can. So I'm going to pick a second book in a series, which is one of the 4 stars I was just talking about, and that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. It is the sequel in the Lady Midnight. I think it's a trilogy. It might be a series. I think it's a trilogy, but I picked that one up. It's massive. It's a really, really big book. If you watched my last book kind of video, it's one of the real chunkers, but I gave that 4 out of 5 stars and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah. So the 3rd prompt is a new release that you haven't read yet but want to. So the one I'm going to pick for this is one I actually have in hardback. I will just put a picture of it here because it's easier when I'm editing, but yeah, I actually have had this one for a little while. I think it came out this year, but it very well could have come out at the end of last year, and that is Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. I think normally I like a paperback, and I have this one in hardback, so that's firstly one of the reasons I haven't picked it up yet, and because I really liked A Court of Thorns and Roses, or A Court of all of the other things, and then this one is a different story. I just struggled to get into it a little bit, so I did start it, I didn't get very far into it, and then I put it back down again, so I think that still counts, but yeah, I do still really want to read it. I think I just want to be in the right kind of mind frame when I do read it. It's got really good reviews on Goodreads, and I know a lot of people have really enjoyed it, and I really, really like Sarah J Maas's writing, so yeah, I'm excited for it. I just need to bring myself to pick it up. Okay, number 4 is one I had to do a little bit of research for, and that is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So the way I kind of pick what I'm going to read, I just kind of like, if I hear somebody talk about it, or if I see it on YouTube, or I see it on Goodreads, I just kind of add it to my want to read. I don't specifically look at the books coming out each year. So I had to do a little bit of research, but I have picked one that I'm really excited for, and it's called All of Us Villains. And it's a new series, and it's by Amanda Foodie. It's got good reviews. I'm not sure when it's out actually. November. It's coming out in November this year. I've added it to my want to read, and so I know that I want to read that one, but other than that I'm not 100% sure because I don't know when books come out. But if there is something else that's coming out in the second half of this year that you think I will love, please let me know, because I'm always down for a book recommendation. So question number 5 is the biggest disappointment, and I don't really want to say this one because I've really enjoyed the series so far and I will be carrying it on. But it was The Dawn Chorus by Samantha Shannon. So I think The Dawn Chorus is in between, so it's like a novella book in between the last book we had and the next one that's coming out, or that it probably is already out now because I'm always way late with these things. And I just don't think we needed it. Like, it was short, so it's not the biggest deal ever. But I just don't think we needed it. It didn't really add anything. There was a lot of like recapping what had gone on, and I hadn't long read. Like, I read the other ones last year, so it's not been a really long time since I read them, so I kind of remember all of the things they're recapping. Yeah, I mean, I still think I gave it a fairly high score. Oh, I gave it 2 out of 5, so no, it was not high. My averages are like between 3 and 4. Like 3 is like, and then 4 is normally a good one, and then if it's a 5, then it's kind of blown my socks off. Yeah, so for me to give it a 2, I don't know. Yeah, it was a disappointment. The series is good and I would recommend it, but that book. Question number 6 is the biggest surprise. So for me, that would be House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I'm just making sure I get the surname right. So I read Wilder Girls, I think last year, maybe the year before, and I picked this one up because the cover looked similar, and I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but we all do it. And it does come up as like readers also enjoyed this book if they enjoyed Wilder Girls, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I did enjoy it. It's not normally my kind of thing. It's a little bit of a horror and a little bit like of a thriller kind of book, and I normally like a bit of romance and, you know, maybe some paranormal, chuck a vampire in there, but I did really like it. I didn't see the ending coming straight away. It had some twists and turns. I was surprised I enjoyed it, to be honest. Like, I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, which is odd because I only gave it 3 stars, but it's just not my style of writing and my style of book, but I do understand why everybody's enjoyed it, and it is a really interesting one. I've never read anything quite like it, so if you're looking for something horror-y, it's not very scary because I'm a wimp, but yeah, give that one a go. You might enjoy it. I know it's had a lot of hype on the YouTubes, so maybe you'll like it. Question number 7 is favourite new author. I have a lot of authors that I like all the time, so like Sarah J Maas. But this one, she's not a new author. It's just I've never read anything by her before, I don't think. And that is Suzanne Young. So she wrote The Programme, which I read this year. It had good reviews. It sounded interesting. It's a little bit dystopian-y, kind of. I know we're all over that now, but it's not quite like End of the World. It's just kind of, everything seems to be a bit pandemic-y at the moment, and it's a little bit like that. I enjoyed The Programme, which is the book I read by her, and I enjoyed her writing. I found I whizzed through it. It was really easy to read. The storytelling was great. I really, really liked it. I definitely would pick up other things from her. Other than that, all of the other authors are authors I've read from this year, before this year anyway. So like Jennifer L. Armentrout, read loads of her stuff. Sarah J Maas, Samantha Shannon, I already read things from her before. So the only new ones are kind of, there's only a couple of new ones is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Suzanne Young's writing I enjoyed. So question 8, I couldn't think of anybody. So the question is newest fictional crush, and I don't seem to do that anymore. Like when I was younger I did, but not really anymore. Like, and none of the books really I read The Return by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I also read White Hot Kiss, and let's go with I don't know, let's go with Alec Lightwood from the Shadowhunters. Let's go with him. He's not new, he's also not really a crush, but we have to pick somebody, I guess. So I'll pick him. But question number 9 is newest favourite character. So there were a lot of characters that I really liked from books I've read this year, and there's been a lot of girl characters that I like, which is normally not something that I do. I normally hate how girl characters are written in books because they're normally so needy, but Princess Lyra from To Kill a Kingdom, loved her. She was strong, she was different, she didn't need a prince or anybody like that. And another one I want to mention, because it's not normally a kind of character that I would like, is Aubrey Sadler from Wanderlost, which was me an attempt to read more travel books this year. And you know, it is a little bit of a romance. There's a guy and, you know, she's a bit of a heroine needing help, but I did really like her. She felt kind of real, I guess, so I liked her. So they're my 2 new favourites. Also, no, let's go with those 2 because I don't want to list every single character in all of the books that I've read, but yeah, let's go with those 2. Question number 10 is book that made you cry. If you can see a list of all of the books that I've read this year, you will know why none of them have made me cry. I'm gonna have to go with none of them. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really like a book to make me cry. The program deals with some hard stuff, but no, none of them. Question number 11, a book that made you happy. Now this book was one that I was going to use for my disappointed book, because I was disappointed by it. It had a lot of hype. I thought it was going to be way better than it was, or for me anyway. Obviously everybody likes different things, but it is still like a cute, nice book. And it did still make me smile at some points. So I'm going to pick this one, and that is Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, which isn't terrible. It was just a little samey all the way through, but I did like the relationship between Pepper and Jack, and I thought Pepper Jack. Yeah, there was some nice banter going on, and it was cute. I did like it. It wasn't my favourite, and I thought it was going to be a lot better. But that one made me smile. And other than that, I don't know. Again, I don't know if I've really read any that have made me smile. I'm currently listening to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Beep. And that one so far is quite funny and has been making me smile. But I don't know how it's gonna carry on, so I'm gonna pick Tweet Cute. Question number 12 is the most beautiful book you have read this year, and so for me it's between 2. I'm so bad at deciding, but for me it's between 2, and it's got to be between House of Hollow, because that cover is just stunning, so I'll leave that one there, and then also The Winner's Curse, because I think those are really pretty books as well. So let me know in the comments below which one's prettier. I think I'm going to have to go with House of Hollow, but yeah, I think The Winner's Curse is still really pretty as well. And then finally, question 13 is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? So I don't have any that I need to read. I'd like to reread the Shatter Me series. I'd like to read The Treatment, which is the 2nd book in the program, because I enjoyed that one once I'd got it started. I want to try and read still some more travel books, because I did enjoy the one that I managed to read, and I've also been listening to some, they're like self-help books, but yeah, so I guess kind of like self-help, self-improvement kind of books. So if you have any recommendations for any of those, please let me know. I've just signed up to, or re-signed up to, is it Scribd? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I just re-signed up to that, so it's been really helping me get through some audiobooks. I'm not the biggest audiobook fan because I don't find that I can concentrate on them quite as well as like reading a book. But when I'm walking the dog, I can get a good like half an hour, 40 minutes done in the evening, and it's something to like zone out and just listen to that while I'm walking the dog, especially if the weather's bad, because I hate walking the dog in the rain. But yeah, so I'd like to do some more of them, but basically I just want to hit my goal of 25 books, which I think I will do. I'm also at the moment, if you're interested, so I'm currently listening to The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Beep by Mark Manson and reading The 1,000th Floor by Catherine McGee, which I'm not enjoying, to be honest. It's boring. I like it in theory, but I don't like it in reality. But I will finish it because I'm terrible at not finishing books. But yeah, there's lots and lots of books that I'd like to get through. If you do want like a monthly, what I'm going to read in this month, let me know, because I can definitely do that. And if you're interested in what I'm reading each month, then do let me know. But so I don't really have like a strict must read this book by the end of the year. So I just want to get through some interesting ones and maybe get through some of the ones that have been on my like TBR list for a really long time. So I've got books on my TBR since 2014. Most of them are from 2018, 2019, so I want to start getting through some of those, but then so many good books come out and you have to add them on. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're reading at the moment down in the comments below. I know I've asked you to leave a lot of things in the comments. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!